Anybody out there? Who wants to go live with me? Who's on? Who's there? Who's ready? Who's able? I'm making pizza tonight. And, well, I was just wondering if anybody wanted to make some pizza with me. So here we go. Toriel, hi sweetie. Maria Fox? That's a new name. That's fun to say. Who else is out there? Alright, so I did a video earlier. It's uploading right now. It'll come on in a little bit. Who's there? Yum, pizza, yeah. Normally I make it with fresh bread dough that I'll buy at the store. But they didn't have any, so I'm using these like Boboli's. They work just as good. Pizza's your favorite food, Maria? Well, I like you already. Elvia? Where are you, Elvia? Where in the country are you? Hello? Oh, Chicago. Well then. Pizza, yes. How we doing? We're up to 6. So anyways, I did do a video earlier. It'll be posted here in a little bit. It's about the world. Do not be conformed to the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Went in a different direction than a couple that I've done in the past. Just a little bit different. What kind of pizza? Well, you know what? The thing about me is I'll just get going and I'm not quite sure. It'll turn out the way it turns out. We'll see. I do know that I'm going to do one with spinach. Got one with pepperoni. So we'll see. Maria's in Chicago as well? Excellent. All right, so I'm going to saute some spinach. And I'm going to put some mushrooms in that as well. All right, so let's saute the spinach. Got a little garlic, a little oil in there, getting hot. I'm going to use this garlic because, well, I'm in a hurry. And you know how it goes. Some things are just more helpful. Hi, Mary. How are you? Okay. Let me do another mushroom. Alright, so I'm chopping up some mushrooms. I'm going to put it in with the spinach. I got some garlic sauteing over here. Already done. Da-da-da. Now let's add some spinach. Boom. 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 Da-da-da. 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 And then we're going to put a top on that is all. And just let it sweat. And it'll just kind of sweat itself out. And the spinach will wilt a little bit and it'll be fine. Now, okay, so we have our Boboli's here. What we're going to do, we're going to take some sauce and we're going to coat it. Now, in this sauce, I've already sauteed some garlic. Kind of did that first because I was waiting for my video to upload. How you guys doing? Anybody new out there? Hear my cat? All right, so I got some garlic in here. And I actually did the garlic in two forms. I sauteed it in olive oil, so it was kind of lightly browned, like golden brown, and then I put it in there fresh after I put the sauce in. So I did some garlic and olive oil, sauteed it, added the sauce, and then I put in fresh garlic as well. All right, so we're going to do a little Parmesan cheese next. I like to use fresh Parmesan. Is that Suzanne? Hey, Suzanne. Too cheesy for you? Don't like cheesy? Too cheesy. Hadn't even put any on and it's already too cheesy? Or too cheesy as in cheesy, like corny? So I had a phone conversation with a couple of ladies today from Florida and got to pray for them, and they were really sweet. I call them my overcomers because they've been through so much stuff. Their testimony is just remarkable. These two are hilarious. I was laughing so hard the whole time we were on the phone together. Really quite funny and interesting people. One is Kimberly and the other one is Carol. And they were really cute, I have to admit. They were really fun to be with. All right, so we like ours hot. Everybody in this family likes spice. So I like to put crushed red pepper. So I did the sauce, which had sauteed garlic and fresh garlic. Next was the cheese. And now I put crushed red pepper in. You can leave this off if you don't like spicy, but we like the spicy here. I'm going to do one with pepperoni. Do I want pepperoni next? Do I want it next? You know what? Let me see. No, I'm not going to do pepperoni next. I'm going to do tomatoes next. Let me do some tomatoes. How y'all doing? Who's out there? Anybody new? Tay Williams? We're up to 10. Hey, did anybody get to try that dish that I did? The chicken French, the chicken piccata. Anybody? Did anybody get to try the chicken piccata? That dish is spectacular. I actually made enough for leftovers, and I had it last night. Who's out there? Hey, Terry Ann, how are you? I cheated. I cheated on what? Yeah, I did. The reason I did, and I said it earlier, because I went to get my the bread dough the dough that I use, and they didn't have any. So it's not my fault. It's the grocery store's fault. Nothing I can do about that. I actually will make my own, but I've done it a couple times. It's not as good. It's not as good. It never comes out as good. So, yeah, I cheated. Yeah, I'm a cheater. Oh, big tomato. Who's out there? We're up to 11. We're making pizza today. So I got a video that'll be coming out in a couple minutes. It's uploading right now. Jimmy, you have pizza for Christmas Eve? Homemade pizza? Angela was talking about getting Domino's last night. I was having none of that. It's like, yeah, I don't think so. not big on dominoes. All right. So I'm doing fresh tomatoes, sliced thin. Roma tomatoes, that is. Italian Roma tomatoes. Sliced thin. All right. Ooh, I forgot something. Let me go to the fridge. Key ingredient here. All right, so remember the other day I was cooking and I said I didn't have any fresh basil because my basil plants were all dead? Well, I was going through the freezer and I found some basil from the past year that I had frozen because I have like 20 plants outside. So at the end of the year when I realized I'm going to lose it pretty soon, I took a lot of them down and I froze them. And then what I do is I use it like this. And I'll just take and, just like fresh basil, it's good. Fresh basil's so good. I really like basil. All right. So did everybody have a nice Christmas? Or as some people would call it, Saturnalia? It's funny. Funny. Saturnalia. All right, who's on? Who's out there? Sign off, everybody. Sign off. We got 12 people. Who are they? Hey, Swift Passage. What's going on, Dwayne? Just watch. Here it is. All right, so this is what we did so far. I used Bobalese. Don't make fun of me because when I went to the grocery store, apparently everybody had bought up all the. I like to use fresh bread dough, like raw bread dough for pizza, and then I'll roll it out. So They didn't have any. So I used Bobalese because it's a shortcut. And I'm not going to make it from scratch because I'm not that patient. So what I did was I put my sauce. I sauteed a little garlic till it was golden brown. I added the sauce to it. I sauteed the garlic in olive oil. I added the sauce to it. Then I put some fresh garlic in there, about a tablespoon. And then I put that on the Boboli. Then I dusted some Parmesan cheese on top of that. And then some Roma tomatoes, fresh basil. Probably do a little garlic salt here. I would normally add some rosemary to that, but I had an Italian seasoning that I got at the grocery store that had a lot of rosemary in it. I tried that. I already put it on there. I put some crushed red pepper on there. I put some fresh basil on there. Oh, and I have some... These are roasted red bell peppers. I'm definitely going to put those on there. Love roasted red bells. They just make everything taste good. You know how you do those. I did them the other day. You take the bell pepper. You slice it, you put it in the oven under broil. You broil it till the skin becomes crusty. You put it in Tupperware bowl, let it steam, and then you peel the skin off. And you got your roasted red bell peppers. All right. I need a towel. All right. Not quite wilted enough, so we'll go on from there. A little parsley. And, mozzarella cheese, but it's not time for that. I'm going to do some jalapenos on one. I'm going to do some jalapenos over here. Yeah, I cook with my hands. I don't really care. I'm not a germaphobe. We discussed that the other day. It's my house. What do I care? So my daughter has the flu. It's horrible. She's laying on the couch right behind me. Say something, Maria. A little louder. You hear that? She's miserable. But instead of being up in her room, whoa, whoo, that's hot. Instead of being in her room, quarantined, she wants to try and live in the house down here and get us all sick. Gotta put this away before it melts. Woo. Those jalapenos are hot. All right, who's here? Let's sound off. Anybody new? Those jalapenos may be too hot for pizza. That's smoking. Your mom? No, we know better than to get the flu shot. Poor Maria, I know is right. I know. So who's here? Oh, sun-dried tomatoes. A pizza without sun-dried tomatoes is not a real pizza. Ay caramba, thing's huge. I love sun-dried tomatoes. Just about everything Italian. Okay, so I'm good. I think I've got everything in there that I want in there. Ta-da! I could probably do a little more cheese. I like cheese. Especially Parmesan and, Romano. Oh my gosh, Romano cheese. Phenomenal. So I have these lamb chops that I'm going to do real soon, and I'll do those with y'all. Those are really spectacular. Sometimes you can get those at like Sam's in a whole rack. Really quite reasonable because they can be like $24, $25 a pound. But you can get them at Sam's for like $9.95 and get a couple of racks of those. Man, lamb chops. Phenomenal. All right, now the pepperoni. Not everybody likes pepperoni, but I like pepperoni. I like pepperoni wrapped in cheese. Mozzarella cheese and pepperoni. Yeah, what am I going to say? What am I going to do? Boom. All right. I'm going to do one with pepperoni and one with spinach. We'll get the spinach one in here. All right. A little bit of spinach. There's some mushrooms in here. Sauteed garlic. Maron. This is a double hander over here. Boom. All right, so there we go. So we got the one pepperoni, we got the one spinach, and we're going to put them in the oven like this first before we put the mozzarella cheese on, because the mozzarella cheese is really, it's too soon for it to cook. It'll burn it. One, two. We'll do this for, let's do 7 minutes. We'll try 7 minutes to start. All right, so who's there? Dough. What's on each pizza? On one pizza is the, well, I don't use, I kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I kind of fix up my sauce. So I got a pizza sauce. H-E-B is a grocery store we have here. They sell a pizza sauce, but I always customize it. That's the word I was looking for. I couldn't think of the word customize. Hold on, I gotta get a grater. So I always customize it. So I sauteed a little garlic and olive oil, and then I added the sauce to it once the garlic got golden brown, and then I added fresh garlic to that. Just kind of set it aside, and then I put a little olive oil on the pizza, and put a little fresh garlic on there. And then I put a little rosemary and a little basil, and I spread the sauce around. And then on top of the sauce I did some cheese, a little garlic salt. I did fresh Roma tomatoes, a little parsley. I put on one, crushed red pepper on both of them to make them hot, because we like stuff spicy here. And then I did roasted red peppers, did jalapenos on the pepperoni, and spinach and mushroom and garlic on the other. And then I'm butchering the mozzarella cheese, which is just kind of melting on me here. Hear my cat? Surprised he's not up on the counter. He must be looking for something. All right, so who's out there? Who's here? Sign off. Talk to me, somebody. Who we got? Well, I'm going to put them in for about 7 minutes first and check them. And when it looks like they're fairly well done, like they're just about cooked, then I'll add the mozzarella cheese and just put them back in for another 4 or 5 minutes until the mozzarella cheese melts. I missed that, Terry Ann. I didn't see it. It faded away before I got to it. Okay. My family likes it. What's Scarborough Fair? Oh, hello. Gosh, that's old. That'll date you, won't it? Hey, Janice. It's not freezing here, but it's not warm either. Maria needs chicken soup. We are definitely going to make her chicken soup tonight. Pam Thompson. Hi, Pam. Yes, true Italian. True Italian. The thing about Italian is they were really good at using whatever ingredients they had at the time. Have you ever heard of the term marinara sauce? Marinara sauce came when it was really something that was popular with maritime when they were traveling by ship, and the cooks would use whatever ingredients they had, but mainly they would take like fresh tomatoes and saute them up. But it was whatever ingredients they had on the ship at the time. It became known as a real light, usually spicy sauce for pasta. I have a marinara recipe. It's really quite good, actually. Really quite good. I haven't made it in a long time. Probably should make it. It's special. It goes with certain things. It don't go with everything. I'm eating my pepperoni here. "29 degrees in Oklahoma." I can make fettuccine Alfredo, but gosh, it's so fattening because it's all butter and heavy cream that, you know, it's one of those things I mean, I like it, but when you consider the calorie content, it's almost not worth it. But every now and then I'll do it. Butter and heavy cream, yes, Suzanne. Oh, I love pepperoni. I could eat that all the time. Butter makes everything better, you are right. Bacon doesn't do a bad job either. Superman had to take a cab. That's funny. No, I wish. Oh, I don't think pepperoni's bad all by itself. I like pepperoni. I can eat it. I eat it raw. Well, not raw, but you know, in its raw state. It's cooked. So, Dwayne, you asked. Every crust you get is going to be a little different. You know, the thin ones cook faster. These are not the thin ones; these are thicker. So I put them in for 7 minutes and checked them. And what I'm looking for is I'm going to lift up the bottom and want to make sure that it's starting to cook. It'll be like kind of golden brown, and they were pretty much raw. So I put them back in for another 5 minutes. So I got 5 minutes. I'm just going to hang out with y'all and talk. Is there anything interesting going on in the world right now? Sting, huh, Suzanne? Yeah. Maria Fox, are you new? I did address the UN vote. I think the last time we were talking, the last time I did a live feed. China war? China war? There's war in China? War with China? China at war with somebody? Talk to me. I haven't heard anything about it. I haven't been watching the news today at all. So Maria, you are new? Well, nice to meet you. Welcome. How did you find us? Dwayne, you still out there? Hi, Kylie. How are you doing? Oh, that sauce is phenomenal. Just stumbled across us, huh? Maria, you'll meet the sweetest people you ever met on this channel. Man, there's some really lovely people. Almost no trolls. It's really kind of cool. China's preparing for border crisis. What border? North Korea? Somebody look into that. What's China? What border is China preparing for war for? The one by Dunn and Brooks? Brooks and Dunn? Is it Brooks and Dunn? I love that song. I absolutely love that song. Joey! Joey, we're making pizza! Yeah, you are right now. So, no. Dwayne is with us. So it's the three of us. And look, there's only 11, so we're not totally outnumbered. Hello, daughter of the Most High. Wave, 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 wave. Rosanna, hello. How are you? Welcome. Gosh, we were up to 12. We lost somebody. Somebody had to leave. Who left us? You just made homemade spaghetti and meatballs for Christmas dinner, and Christmas is past. So you made it for after Christmas dinner. How was your Christmas, Joey? You guys have a nice time? How's that baby girl doing? I am making pizza, yes. All right, and I hear my buzzer going off. All right. So I'm going to pull those bad boys out. Alright, okay, so where are we? Mozzarella cheese time. You guys, talk amongst yourselves. I'll be with you in a minute. All right. So I'll do some more cheese? Nah, that's good, just like that. All right, back in the oven. One, two, all right, so I got the 5 more minutes. So, what did we find out about China? What's cooking? Pizza, homemade pizza. The sealed indictments, isn't that interesting? That's really interesting. I wonder what Trump has up his sleeve. I can't help but wonder about Trump. I just wonder, surely he's got to be a player. But every now and then he does something that makes you scratch your head and go, it's almost like he's not one of them. I don't know. Surely he's got to be in on it, though. All right, who's that? Daughter of the Most High. Remember? No, don't go away. They all just fade away. I can't read them. There it is. Remember I told you I had a dream? You were making pizza, and you were being silly and dancing. Too funny. That's too funny. Actually, yes, I do remember that. Oh, you're a prophet. Daughter of the Most High is a prophet. Okay, I won't. Misty, glad you could join us. Yeah, Trump's an enigma. You can smell the pizza through your phone. I want another piece of pepperoni. So did we ever figure out what border China's on? Anybody ever learn that? I love that sauce. You never know, because Gypsy Girl, if you know how the law works, they have to put together the case. So before they're going to bring an indictment, they got to really do, their due diligence. They got to do a lot of stuff goes into preparing a case before you can start handing down indictments and putting together a grand jury. So it could be another year before they put together all the stuff that they have on Hillary Clinton before they actually indicted her. That's, if you watch any of those cop shows, sometimes they'll go 2 and 3 years putting a case together before they hand down an indictment. Maybe somebody's been suspected of murder or something like that, and they just don't have all the evidence they need to really get an indictment. You know, the DA won't do it till the detectives put together a better case. So you never know. You never know. I'm not going by the time. You know, and it's interesting that Jeff Sessions has been like obsolete. Like, where has he been? Maybe he's been working on something. You know, maybe he's working on a case, because if he hasn't, where has he been? What's he doing? He's completely off the radar. So, I don't know. I don't know about that. High-fat diet, no sugar. The keto diet. Yeah, sugar is the enemy. I don't know about a high-fat diet, but sugar is definitely the enemy. He confuses me too. Well, if you look at his Trump's penthouse, it's like something out of, you know, one of the Illuminati home fronts. Everything is symbolism and what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? He's all about the Masons and all that. So he's got to be one of them, unless he got an epiphany. You know, unless he got you know, maybe Jesus came to him like Jonah. You know, I don't know. I don't know about Trump. He's a weirdo. All right, so I did pizza for 7 minutes. It wasn't done. The crust was too thick. I did it for another 5, so that would have been 13 minutes. Pulled it out, put the mozzarella cheese on it, put it back in for 5, but it looks like it's going to need another 5. Yeah, we're supposed to pray for him. I'll do dairy. I don't mind dairy. I know it's probably not the best thing we should be eating, but a friend of mine, Kenny Broden, lives in Virginia, and they do dairy, but they only do organic. They actually have a farm real close to them where they'll do, they buy organic, the milk straight from the cow, unprocessed, not pasteurized or anything like that, butter, cream, all that stuff. And, you know, he swears by it. And my daughter went up there and visited him and had some, was telling me how great it was. Oh, you're welcome, Gypsy Girl. Yeah, Trump, I don't know, you know, I mean, what if he was the real deal? Wouldn't that be interesting? That would set him up for an assassination, that's for sure. Love you too, Gypsy Girl. So anybody want to come over and have some pizza with me? I've got 2 pizzas and I'm the only one here to eat it. I'm not surprised that Obama wasn't assassinated, or I'm not surprised at all. He's completely sold out. Who was going to assassinate him? Come on, Dwayne. Come on over and have some pizza with me. And had an all-natural, low-pain birth cause of it. I don't get that. Oh, I want to read that, Joey. That faded away. Come on, somebody write something so I can see Joey's post again. Okay. Each time by giving me a dream and waking you up with a word from him. Yeah, share it. Share it, Joe. When are you going to do a video on it? I'm in Texas, Houston, Texas. Just outside of Houston, little town called Katy. That is correct. The rapture and the second coming are two separate events. Yum. Lufkin. I don't think I've ever been through Lufkin. I didn't. It's just so much easier to buy it. The local grocery store here, H-E-B, their brand of pizza sauce is really good. So, you know, another good one is Classico. Makes a real good pizza sauce. I was given a dream of being on an airplane with a family and waking up, and it faded off the screen. Come on back. Come on back. I have to be so close to it to read it. And waking up with words, if being free is worth what you leave behind, then it's goodbye time. Oh, say that again. That's interesting. If being free is worth what you will leave behind, then it's goodbye time. Oh, that's interesting. Joseph, tell me what, tell me what that means to you. My pizza's ready. One. Two. Two pizzas. All right, there they are. My two pizzas. There is the spinach, and there is the pepperoni and jalapeno. And I'm going to let them cool off a little bit before I eat them. So we'll just kind of get back over here and read some more. Poor baby Maria. They're cooked perfectly. Crust is perfect. Mozzarella cheese is melted perfectly. All right, I'm gonna get a pizza cutter. Oh, be quiet. Quiet, please. So I'm cutting the pizza here. You guys talk amongst yourselves. One. Anybody remember the count from Sesame Street? 1. Ah, 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 ah. 2. Ah, 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 ah. Yeah, I'm really just a kid. Just a kid. 3. Ah, 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 ah. That's a post I'd like to read. Oh, I put jalapenos on there, and they're spicy. All right. So, woo. So we'll get some pizza here. I'll try a piece of the spinach. And a piece of the pepperoni. And we'll see which one I like best. You want to come with me? Come with me. I probably need a little stand for my phone. We'll use the parts of the container. All right. Man, I wish some of you guys were over here to eat with me. There we go. Well, Father, I just thank you for this food. I ask that you bless it, that you sanctify it, that it would nourish me, taking sickness from me, that by taking of this food from the top of my head to the tips of my toes, I am healed in the name of Jesus. Bless the hands prepared, hands that serve it in Jesus' name. I just blessed myself. Who is that? Somebody just sent me a text and said, by the way, the pizza looks good. So somebody who's on the live feed is also texting me. Who is that? Who is texting me? The jalapenos are a little strong. Who? Mangiare. I need more distance, huh? That's better. I can do a calzone. Yeah, the pepperoni is, or the jalapenos are definitely good for my sinuses. The pizza's phenomenal, though. Bye, Kylie. Have a nice day. Oh, Kimberly. I didn't see you there, Kimberly. How are you? Kimberly and Carol and I had a long talk today. It was really nice. Had a wonderful time. Oh, is that you? Is that you, Dwayne, who's texting me? I'm located in Houston, Texas, Pam. I can make white clam sauce, and Kimberly, you came to the right person, because my clam sauce recipe is off the charts. My red one is the best, but I can make white, and it's good. Angela actually prefers the white. My kids prefer the red. Good idea. Remind me of that, and I'll definitely do it. Oh, that spinach one. That's just good. Okay, I don't know which one I like better. I can actually do them both at the same, because the way you make red is by making the white base first and then adding other ingredients to the red for the red. The spinach is good. I'll do them both. I'll do white and red. Phenomenal. Oh my gosh. I'm going to do clam casino for New Year's. Who wants a marinara sauce recipe? I have a good marinara sauce recipe. It's really easy too. I can't get the big clams here in Texas, so I use baby clams. Does anybody know the story of how I started cooking? Anybody ever hear that story? Good night, sweetheart. All right, so let me take one more bite and then I'll tell it. Yum. Phenomenal. So, wait a minute, I probably shouldn't tell it with food in my mouth. Wait. So I want to say I'm 12. And my father gets me this job at his friend's restaurant, Italian restaurant, which was in that city in Rochester, New York, which was like, it was the finest Italian restaurant there. Really good, great reputation. Had been around for years, decades. It was like a pillar in the community. So I'm washing dishes there. I'm 12 years old and I'm a dishwasher. But I'm not satisfied washing dishes because it's just not my nature. So whenever it was slow, I would go back with the cook and he would teach me how to make stuff. So fast forward about a year or so, I'm probably 14 now. And probably about a year and a half goes by. And one day the cook, who was also an alcoholic, now it was two little Italian ladies that they prepped everything. They made all the sauces, they made all the the raviolis, the lasagna. They did all the prep work during the daytime, and then he came in. He was like the chef in the evening that just pounded everything out. So during the summers, I would go in with them and help them make the meatballs and the lasagna and the ravioli. So I got to learn how to do all that stuff, all the prep work. And I also got to do like the short order stuff where you're just pumping it out fast in the evening, throwing it all together as dishes. So one day he don't show up. He was an alcoholic, so he was probably on a drinking binge. And it was a slow night, probably Tuesday or something like that. So the owner goes back there, and he's got to cook. And he don't really know what he's doing. So he looks up at the ticket and he goes, "Oh my gosh, saltimbocco." He goes, "I haven't got the faintest idea how to make that." And I said, "I know how to make it." He goes, "Really? Show me." So I went over there and I showed him. I did it for him. And he looks at me and goes, "Is there anything on the menu you can't do?" I said, "No, I can pretty much do everything." He said, "All right, I'll wash dishes and you cook." And I started cooking from that night on. I cooked that whole night, and everything went out perfectly. Didn't have any problems with anything. And then he put me on a couple of nights a week. At 14 years old, I was I was cooking there on some slow nights, and I did that for a while until I graduated high school. I kind of cooked my way through school. That was my experience cooking. That's how I got to cook. Yes, cooking and taste buds. And one of the little Italian ladies, she liked me a lot. She kind of took me under her wing. She really spent a lot of time teaching me stuff, really showing me detailed stuff. And she was actually the better cook of the two. She was nice. Parma. Boy, she could cuss though in Italian. She could cuss up a storm. I can't read what you guys are typing in. Hey, there's 24 people on. Sound off. Who's in? 24 people. Name yourselves. Write in. Who are you? Who's on? Yes, they can, Dwayne. Yes, they can. Marlene. Hi, Marley. Cheryl. Come on. Come on, guys. Who else is here? Precious daughter, yep. Only cuss words, so no. Not anymore. Just a real little bit. It's been, it's been a long, long time. I was around a lot. At the time I could. I was picking it up, but I can't anymore. Arlene from England. Ariane from England. Ariane, have you written in before? You worked on a psych unit. Eat that pasta, Joey. Eat that pasta. Jen. God's first love is Jen. Yeah, I try and memorize everybody's handle, but I want to memorize everybody's name as well. Hard though. It's like it's double memorization. Twice the load. Who else is here? Come on, there's 23 people on. Lasagna. So nobody ever found, or maybe they didn't, I just was busy. Did anybody find out what border China is on? Is it the North Korean border? Okay, Marlene, who are you talking to? Hey, Kim Mosley's there. What you doing? We just made pizza, Kim. You missed it. I just cooked it and ate some. Spinach and garlic and mushroom and pepperoni and jalapenos. And the jalapenos were hot. Uh-huh. Joey. Yeah, Joey's my bud. Nothing on China? Nobody's got anything on China? Ariane? Who do you often listen to? Kim? Oh, my battery's running low. I have to go get a charger. Magnolia, Russia, North Korea, Vietnam. All those borders? They're on all those borders? That's crazy. That's serious. Whoa. Gray Scout is... No, that's not Byron. Byron is different. I like Charles Lawson and Pastor Sandy. I like Charles Lawson. He's fiery. He's funny. Not intentionally funny, but he makes me chuckle. He's just bold. Tells it like it is, man. Who, me? I often wonder if you guys are talking amongst yourselves or asking me questions. If y'all are asking me questions, put Francis at the end of it, so I know you're talking to me. Because I know there's conversations that go on between y'all, so I don't want to so boldly interrupt and interject myself. I am bold? Okay. Well, I don't know. You got to put my name at the end of it if you're talking to me. That will help me a lot. Yeah, I'm pretty bold. I'm not ashamed of the gospel. I am not. I will go out there and just talk to people. I got over being embarrassed a long time ago. Jesus said, if you're ashamed of me, I'll be ashamed of you. And, well, you know what? That kind of scared the heck out of me, so I'm not ashamed of him anymore. Your family's good storytellers? That's funny. You listen to my teaching on Sunday morning at your church? You're joking. The old days. Some of my old day stories are days before I got saved, so they might be a little brash, but they're true stories. It's part of my life. That man is dead, but it's still part of my life. Yeah, they're definitely real. Definitely real. Yes, darling? Will I do what? Will I do what? Hold on, guys. I have to get my daughter a thermometer. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. I'm going to probably shut it off pretty soon. Well, you know what? I'll probably shut it off now because my battery's just about dead. You got a question. When do you pray? You pray led by the Holy Spirit. Wait a minute. I have a question. When do you pray? You pray we are led by the Holy Spirit or to pray, or do you pray every day and then what if you don't have nothing really to pray about or ask? Gosh, if you've got nothing to pray about, your life must be darn perfect. I've always got stuff to pray about. Bye, Maria. Not you, darling. There's somebody on here named Maria. Maria Fox. What's a video teaching? See you, Dwayne. That's cool. Well, good for you, Charles. Bye, Pam. Bye, Marley. Bye, Joey. Charlie's question about prayer. Bye, Toriel. Bye, Jimmy. Good night, Kimberly. Enjoyed our talk today. Tell your sister I said hi. I missed that, Kim. Faded off the screen. There you are. Okay, you can call me. Bye, Adrienne. Bye, precious daughter. Love you too. Okay, I'll look into it. Everybody gone? Bye, guys. Oh, hold on, somebody's still there. Ciao. Bye, Kimberly. All right, guys, I'm going now. Bye, Mary. Bye, Charles. Ciao. Oh, you just got on too. You just got on. We're going, Gray. See you, buddy. Bye. Yeah, you missed it, man. Sorry. I'm going.